Knowing how to read nutrition labels is a very simple but often overlooked ability. And so I'm going to take a few minutes and show you how to read nutrition labels so that you can be intentional with your eating and you know exactly what you're looking for when you look at a label. Here you go. We are going to look at some nutrition facts so that we understand exactly what we're looking for when we are buying food. So this is just bacon. It's from Oscar Mayer. We're going to look at the nutrition facts specifically. So what you need to know about nutrition facts is that your calories are made up of 3 different macronutrients. One is your fat, the other is your carbs, and the other is protein. All the other stuff on here doesn't make up calories, it's just information. So your fat is actually 9 calories per gram. Your carbs and your protein are both 4 calories per gram. So when you look at this ingredients, one, it's great that you see fat is 7 grams and then there's 0 carbs. So that's very helpful. And then your protein is 7. So to figure out and make sure that this nutrition fact is likely accurate, what you would do is you would say 7 for the protein, 7 times 4 is 28, and then 7 times 9 is 63. 63 plus 28 is 91. So they don't include decimal points in here. So we're pretty close. So I would assume that that's accurate. So that's really great. What you want to do is also look down here to see what your ingredients are. So this has cured with water, salt, sugar, sodium phosphates, sodium ascorbate, and sodium nitrate. So as you get going in keto, one of the things that you want to focus on, the main thing you want to focus on is your macronutrients and making sure your fat is a lot more than your protein and your carbs. But you also want to start getting clean on your ingredients. And so this, although it's keto friendly, very keto friendly, we don't really care for there being sugar, even if it's less than a gram. That's what that means to me, is that like, hey, it says it's sugar, but it's also 0. So that means it's 0.4 grams or less. And also, you can start thinking about what foods matter most to you as far as the quality of foods. Some people love bacon. Some people really dislike bacon as far as, the meat source or the food source that it actually comes from. So I'm going to go on to another product. This one is Daisy sour cream. We always get the full fat sour creams. We always get the full fat foods. If it's low fat, they likely have replaced the fat with sugar and with carbohydrates. So you want to be aware of that. And so in this one, it says 60 calories. You have 5 grams of fat, 1 gram of carbs, and 1 gram of protein. So this is a really great ratio because fat is so much more. So 5 times 9, 45. 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 4, 4. So 45 plus 8 is 53. So again, there's percentages in here which get close to 60. So it's probably close to accurate. And then the ingredients, cultured cream. So in here, I still really like these ratios. And we eat a ton of sour cream. Next, I will just grab a salad dressing. So salad dressings could be a source for a lot of sugar. So you just want to make sure you're checking the back. So in here, 160 calories per serving, which is good for 2 tablespoons. You have 17 grams of fat, which is awesome. You have 1 gram of carbs and no grams of protein. So 17 times 9 would be about 160, and carbs would be 4, so 164. So with percentages, with decimal points in here, then you're going to get to 160. And then looking at the ingredients. So as far as oils go, we stay away generally from vegetable oil. There's grades of different oil, and I can give you guys a list of those ones. But olive oil is really good. We like coconut oil. We love avocado oil, MCT oil. Those are all really good. Here is heavy whipping cream. So you have 5 grams of fat, less than 1 gram of carbs, and 1 gram of protein. So 4 calories here, and then you have 45 calories from fat. So 45 to 4 is just such a great ratio as far as getting your fat intake in. And this is where you want to find as much as you can through this diet of incorporating ingredients that have these incredible ratios of very high fat. And then the last one I'm going to do for this video is this frozen meal. I've not tried it. I've not had it. I picked it up and I got it right at Sprouts. So here is the back of it. So it says it's 200 calories, 14 grams of fat, 8 grams of total carbs, and 15 grams of protein. And so when we can do the math here to make sure the calories is correct, but also what I want to point out on this that matters is total carbohydrate versus net carbohydrate. And so total carbohydrate is going to be this number here. Net carbohydrate is going to be your total carbs minus your fiber and any, if there was any sugar alcohol, you would take those out as well. And so those are dietary fiber. These are grams of carbohydrate that do not affect your glycemic index. So they are not counted in your carb count. So this would actually be 14 grams of total fat, and then I would do 8 minus 3, so 5 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of those are sugars, but they're not added sugars, which is good, and then 15 grams of protein, which is pretty good. And then you can go in here and look at exactly what the ingredients are to make sure that it meets what our goals are, what your goals are, and doesn't have any creepy ingredients. What we have found is some of the more popular food items that are generally not keto friendly, that the manufacturers are starting to make keto friendly, are actually loading it up with a lot of fiber and less quality ingredients here to reduce the carbohydrate intake, which, yes, it can be carb friendly, but also it can actually kick you out of ketosis, like your body can actually tell. And it can just be a lower grade food that you're consuming, which might take you away from your goals. So I hope this video helps. And if you have any questions, let me know.